My son is 9. This was his first time holding a pyrography pen. The kit says 14 plus, so I figured out a safe way for us to try it together. How to bridge that gap. I'll show you exactly how we did this and what he ended up making. Here's what we used: the BeaverCraft wooden coasters DIY pyrography kit. 3 wooden coasters, a 30-watt pen, 2 interchangeable tips, graphite transfer paper, and finishing wax. Recommended for ages 14 and up, so I stayed with him the whole time. We grabbed 2 of these, one to open now, one waiting on the shelf for him. I'd been wanting to try pyrography for a while. Mother's Day weekend felt right, quiet morning, no school, and we finally had time to slow down a little. Inside the box, the pen, 30 watts, with 2 tips. The round tip is for lines and dots. The flat tip is for shading. There's a stand so the hot pen has somewhere safe to sit. 3 wooden coasters, alder or basswood depending on what's in stock. A practice board, ready to use templates. Over 90 patterns, graphite transfer paper, a pencil, sandpaper, finishing wax with a microfiber cloth, and safety glasses. The pen feels lighter than I expected, about the weight of a fat marker. The tips screw on with your fingers, no tools needed. The coasters are smooth on the burning side, a little rough on the back. The practice board is a separate piece. Same wood, but you're meant to ruin this one. That took the pressure off right away. I wanted him to feel comfortable, so we started on the practice boards first. He picked out the practice patterns he liked and cut them out himself while I prepared the graphite transfer paper to fit underneath. Then we taped everything down and traced the outlines with a pencil, so the designs would transfer onto the wood. Honestly, this part slowed us down in a good way. It gave him time to get comfortable with the process before we even turned on the pen. I read the box twice before we started. The label says 14 plus, adult supervision advised for younger users. He's 9, so advised meant my hand stayed within arm's reach for the next 2 hours. I'm not a pyrography expert, but I am his mom. That's the supervision the kit was asking for. First step was getting the pen ready to use. I showed him how to set everything up safely. The tip screws in by hand, no tools needed. Once it's in place, the pen plugs in like any small craft tool, and the stand gives you a safe place to rest it while it heats up. Before touching the coaster, practice. Always. The pen doesn't pull like a pencil. It glides. You move slow, you get a darker line. You move fast, lighter. The tip glows a faint orange when it's at temperature. Touch the wood, and the line appears. That's the whole technique. There's nothing else to learn before you start. You don't teach a 9-year-old this by talking through every move. You teach by stepping back when they're ready. The kit comes with over 90 ready-to-use patterns: animals, flowers, mandalas, vehicles, holiday motifs. He flipped through fast, stopped on the sailing ship, and didn't go back. I wanted something quieter, so I picked the seashell. 5 minutes of choosing, that was it. Both fit on a 4-inch coaster with room to spare. Pattern on the coaster, tape it down so it doesn't shift. We used regular masking tape. Anything that peels off cleanly works. He taped his himself. The pattern shifted twice. He taped it again. The 3rd try held. That's the kind of patience this kit asks for. Not skill, patience. Now, graphite transfer paper, not carbon paper. Most beginners get this wrong. They reach for old carbon paper from a drawer somewhere. Don't. Graphite is what you want. It's cleaner, it sits flat, the line is a soft gray instead of bold black, and the wax finish at the end hides whatever's left. Carbon paper smudges, and the marks stay visible after burning. Graphite paper goes under the pattern, dark side down. When you press on the lines, it leaves a clean gray line on the wood. Then the actual burning. He went first. I held my breath. The pen follows the graphite line. You don't need to push, just glide. The heat does the work. He worked from the top down, masts first, then the hull, then the stars in the sky. I asked him why stars last. He said because they're the small parts and he wanted to be good at the lines before he got to them. That's the kind of logic a kid you let try things will come up with. For shading the seashell, I worked with the same tip, same temperature, just a different motion. You hold it almost flat against the wood and sweep, like a brush, not a pen. That's how the ridges get depth. From there, it turned into a quiet rhythm, both of us just burning our designs, one line at a time. The whole burn took us about 30 minutes each. His sails aren't symmetrical. The stars above the ship are different sizes. None of that bothered him. He kept going. Halfway through, his arm started to cramp. We took a 5-minute break, water, hands shaken out, then back to it. One last step, finishing wax. We put a small amount on the microfiber cloth and rubbed it in circles all over the burned surface. It darkens the wood a little, brings out the burn lines, and seals the surface so it lasts. The wax matters. It's wood finishing wax, not mineral oil, not polyurethane, not boiled linseed. Wax sinks in, deepens the burn lines by a shade or two, and seals the surface. Once it's buffed, you can set a coffee cup on it and the water rings won't bleed in. Let it sit 10 minutes, then buff with a dry corner of the cloth. Here's his. Here's mine. The ship leans a little. The stars don't match. He's keeping it on his desk. I asked if he wanted to make another one. He said yes, but next time a dragon. The kit comes with 3 coasters, so we've got one still waiting. That third coaster's already on his shelf. If you want to try this with your kid, the kit's linked below in the description.